Here we go, getting started. We are live on LinkedIn, just waiting for YouTube. Today in the morning, I woke up, and as usual, every single day, the whole process is learning and implementation. Learning happens at the background when I'm going through either a course, I'm going through reading a book, some form of training videos, preparing for something or the other. It just goes on one step at a time. Now, for those of you who have been watching us consistently, Yogeshwari and I, you know that we are literally launching our Speak to Lead live cohort. And guess what? The students have already started pouring in, and we are all always, both of us are super, super grateful that you are checking the entire page out, the enormous amount of feedback that we are receiving over and over again over the last uh, couple of days. Today, we are in episode number 11. Now, I was not able to come up with a particular point. In fact, just a few minutes back itself, I had a discussion with Yogeshwari. We were thinking about a topic, but that required a little more background prep work and all. We even postponed our podcast for that. So I was thinking, what is it that can be done? Now, I always believe in under promising and over delivering. So, in the landing page where we shared all the details about what the life cohort is all about, I started thinking from the time when I joined any program, life coaching program, and anything. And I wanted this to be not just a learning experience, a skill building experience. I wanted this more of to be an immersive experience where you, even before you start with us in the 30-day journey, can you get to know yourself like never before? So, over the last couple of years, there has been numerous personality tests that we have been a part of. Those personality tests have always helped me understand myself better, the way I think, the way I feel, the way I function. And you can only improve to the next level when you first get to know where you are. So I realized, why not create a system where people can join our cohort, and before they join us, because every cohort begins at the start of every month, and people we have joining in already, like right now the month of November has started, people have already started joining in all the way for the month of December. So what are they going to do for that 30 days, right? The best way to do that is these warm up exercises, which are all about these personality development exercises, personality tests, and various aspects of your own self, where you get to know yourself even before you start to chisel and work your way out and learn those skills, implement. All of these things are there, and that's what this video is all about. So instead of doing just a simple specific rest of the thing recording, I just thought, let me turn this into an experiment by showing you exactly how do I record these kind of videos. So all I have right now in front of my screen is the list of those exercises, which again I will keep upgrading from time to time. And what I will be recording right now is the videos for that pre-warm up course that I'm going to guide people towards once they make the payment and they join our live cohort. Me doing this live is showing you exactly how do I record it so that you can also replicate exactly the same. Okay. So my way of recording things is, I love simplicity. I love being absolutely raw, honest, zero prep. I won't say zero prep. I mean, there's obviously a lot of background thoughts that goes into it, the mind map, all the preparatory part. But the moment I turn on the camera, it's just me and you. I don't read from a script. I don't really believe in correcting myself. I don't really like too much of heavy duty editing on some of those mistakes that I've done, or probably grammatically I'm not right, or I fumbled and stammered somewhere. I believe, again, from my mentor, if you don't make a big deal out of it, your audience will not make a big deal out of it. And let's face it, in our day-to-day conversation, we make mistakes, we get confused, we become blank, we have all these kind of different difficult scenarios, right? And oftentimes when you see the people who have made this flashy, wonderful piece of content, when you meet them in real life, you don't feel the connect. Okay. The same person you are seeing right now in your screen is the exact same person you will meet in person as well. There's nothing changed. Okay. So I'm going to guide all these little exercises, and each of this I'm going to keep it with between 2 to 3 minutes, not more than that, just giving you an overview about what the exercise is all about, and if required, guiding you through. Maybe today, probably for the first time, I will see whether I would share the screen or not. Ideally I wouldn't, I shouldn't, but I'll still just go ahead and express myself. So while I do this, at the same time, because I'm in the Zoom screen, I will also be recording those videos. So at the background, you might hear the sound recording started, recording stopped, or you might even see me take a deep breath in. That's when I'm starting the recording, and then I'll end the recording and I'll continue with the next step. So I'm going to do that over a sequence. Okay. So let's get started. It's going to be a very unique kind of an experience. And I hope that there's going to be tons and tons of learning for both you and I. Okay. Little nervous, but let's make this happen. So the first exercise that we have for today is called as Ikigai. So here we go. Ikigai, a Japanese concept. Very interesting books were written, and the books gave us a very simplified framework by looking at the most technologically advanced country in the world. Ikigai simply talks about a very simple area of the intersection of four circles put together. Okay, so it just loosely translates to the reason for being, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a purpose of your life. So here's how to do the Ikigai. Usually people will say, put it in circles, but I don't believe in that. What I've done is I've created an Excel sheet, the Excel sheet which you will find below. All you need to do is write down four things. First, list down every single thing that you love. Now, it could be anything and everything under the umbrella. You love killing mosquitoes. You love singing. You love watching videos. You love making videos. You love talking to people. So I'm just telling you what are the things that I love. Okay. Board games, playing in time zone, talking to Yogeshwari, singing with my mom and dad. Okay. Get together with friends, people I resonate with, uh, just lying down in front of a beach, swimming. All these things are things that I love. So you can write down the things that you love. Minimum you need to write is 21. Maximum, there's no limit. So that's the first column. In the second column, you're going to write down the things that you are good at. Now, when you talk about things are good at, it's obviously the things that you know that you are good at, and also add the things that others have told you that you're good at. For example, I'm good at organizing my thoughts and speaking. I'm good at interpersonal communication. I'm good at asking questions. I'm good at singing, I would say, relatively. I'm good at conducting a presentation. I'm good at recording videos. I'm good at learning how to learn. I'm good at coming up with weird things to simplify complex tasks. I'm good at problem solving, personal finance, managing money. So, okay, so again, I just literally give you my list of 13 to 14 elements. You need to write down your list of 21 things minimum. Maximum, there shouldn't be any limit to this. Again, just keep going in. Try to just turn on any music and just keep writing. Any background music that will help you get into focus state, and just writing. The third is, what does the world need? This is when you are reflecting out. When you look at every single day, I'm sure there are certain problems that you see in the world, right? So just write down a list of all those things. The world needs better governance. The world needs more paved roads, simplification to education, simplification of employment, learning persuasion skills, technical skills, community where you feel like you belong there, a group of people, how to make friends, how to talk to strangers, how to conduct a presentation, all of the things that you feel the world needs. Make a list of it, and again, minimum 21, maximum as many as possible. For me, I'll tell you, for me the list has always goes beyond 70, 75, 80. I love pushing myself for this, and I would recommend you to do the same too. And finally, what are the things that you can get paid for? So to give you some example, this is where the list will become slightly smaller. So I can get paid for, let's just say right now I'm making videos. So I can monetize those videos. I can write a book. I can write an ebook. I can conduct a training session. I can conduct a live cohort. I can do consulting. I can do coaching. I can maybe have some form of a get together, can monetize that. I can become a trainer, speaker. Okay. So again, I gave you 6 to 7 such ideas, right? You can again write down all of the things that the world needs. Now, if you feel that you're finding it difficult, I have also created a very, very unique chatbot GPT, which the link of which I'll give it below. You will be able to literally talk to that GPT, and the GPT will help you find all there is to know about your ikigai. Okay, so very, very important that you do this entire exercise. Once you do this entire Excel sheet, you can save that Excel sheet, and then you can go to AI to help you find out your ikigai. Because you've written every single thing, you will always have enough information to feed AI, and that way AI will help you. Again, with a simple prompt like, can you please help me find my ikigai? I've already filled in all the basic details in this Excel sheet. Analyze and ask me further questions if you need to get to know me so that you can help me find my ikigai. Also, I want you to really discuss and brainstorm with me to help me find myself. Again, whether you are able to find your ikigai, that is secondary. The fact that you did this exercise, that itself will help you get to know so much more about yourself. As a part of our cohort, you have to submit the entire sheet given below. There's a link. You have to attach that entire Excel sheet to us so that we can analyze and get to know you better. Also, while you do so, make sure that you write below, how was your experience after you did this entire exercise? Make sure to make that comment. Until and unless you do so, please don't move to the next exercise. I will see you in the next one. So this was me recording, okay, a video. Now you have to let me know, how did it feel? Okay, this is exactly how I do it. Okay, so I just record it on the flow, heart to heart. I don't get into welcome to this video. This is video number one and all that, because honestly speaking, I found it personally very, very boring and irrelevant and monotonous every single time I joined any course and they did it like this. It really doesn't make sense. Just get to the point. Okay, so now let's move on to the second one. Simon Sinek became viral with one TED talk where he talks about the three golden circles. The TED talk said, you look at some of the biggest companies in the world, all the companies in this world know what is it that they do. They sell phones or whatever products or some services, could be anything. The companies also know how they do it. So we sell, maybe right now, let's just say coaching service, we sell it through marketing across social media, or we sell phones through our storefront. How is taken care of? We build cement in our factories. Very, very few chosen companies function from the why. And that TED talk was all about the outer circle is the what, the inner circle is the how, and the innermost circle is the why. The why defines the purpose of why and how you do whatever it is that you do. The purpose that shapes every single decision that a company makes. Now, a couple of years back, I managed to join one of Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi's program called the Knowledge Business Blueprint. In that, there was a very, very interesting coaching exercise given by Dean Graziosi. He called it the 7 layers deep. And if you take the concept of why, I just took it to another 2 levels deeper. It's called the 9 levels deep exercise. What happens is, let's just say right now you are here because you want to learn communication skills. You want to literally master that entire skill. There must be some reason why you want it, isn't it? Maybe you want more money, you want a higher pay raise, maybe you want to connect better with your family, you want to lead a team, you want to create a side hustle, you want to uh, have more income, generate more income in your life. Maybe you want to connect with more people at a deeper level. Maybe you want to learn marketing, sales. Maybe you just want to sell more through your webinars. I'm not sure where you are at this point of time. I will definitely know you because I know you have filled in the onboarding form and you're going through the entire exercise and submitting us. This is the exercise where I want you to really take your time and do it with me. The first thing I want you to write down, and you can continue using either the same Ikigai spreadsheet, add another column to it, another sheet to it. You can do it on a fair new spreadsheet also. Feel free to do it. And I just want you to have 2 columns in that. The first column is going to be what. The second column is going to be why. Okay. So whatever your goal is for this life cohort, when you're going to join me and Yogeshwari, I want you to write that first goal down in that sheet. So I will do it with you and you can write down your own goals. Okay. Just do it with me. Okay. So why am I doing this particular cohort? I'm doing this because I want to achieve financial freedom, which means I want to have enough money coming in at the end of every month, which takes care of me, my family, every single thing. And I never have to worry about money. So that's my reason. Then I'll, on the right side, just write down, why do I want that? Why do I want that? This is the first layer. And then you will have a certain reason. So, for example, for me, I want to achieve financial freedom because I want to give my family an amazing life. My parents are old. I have a brother. I have Yogeshwari. And somewhere I feel it's my responsibility to take care of her parents also. I mean, again, I'm just too sweet, or it's just me being human. Okay. I want to ensure that our respective parents are taken care of. Why do I want that? We're going to second layer. Growing up, I've always seen my parents work so hard and they never got the respect that they deserve. They never had the time to spend with us. They were always rushing and running behind that hamster wheel. I want them to feel the royalty. I want them to experience the joys of life. As a son, it's my responsibility. That's my third layer. Again, what's yours? Keep writing, okay? As I'm giving you examples, keep writing, okay? Let's go to the next one. Why do I want them to have that kind of an experience? Because no one taught them how life is to be lived. The society just forced them to to get into all those responsibilities, like get married, give birth to kids, and then suffer. No one taught them about how to manage money, how to make decisions, how to really live happily. And I want to prove to them that it's possible. And as a responsible son, if I get to do it with them, it would mean the world to me. Why is that important for me? Are you able to understand where we are going? So we are already, I think, in layer number five, I guess. Yeah. Layer number 4 or 5. I'll do one or two more layers extra also if needed. Again, you are doing it with me in the Excel sheet. So make sure that you do it properly. Okay. Why do I want that? Well, if I look at all the families that I have been in, the community where I belong, everybody looks at each other with smiles and all, but there is so much of elements of jealousy, pain, guilt. Why is this person so lucky? Why is that person not so lucky? When will we have the kind of life that they have? We keep asking such questions as children to our parents, and they don't get to answer. And then we also see families, they are not together. Like there is always a rift between mom and mummy and baba. There's a rift between me and mummy. There's a rift between baba and my brother. We call ourselves as family, and yet we all have these rifts, which pains us. I want to remove this pain once and for all, not just for my family, but for families all across the planet. At this point of time, I'm already getting slightly emotional. And if you are getting emotional, it's absolutely normal. We are just in layer number 4 or 5. We still have 4 more layers to go. Why is removing these family misconceptions or miscommunication or uniting families important for me? I'm 29 years old at the point of recording the video, and I don't really feel that I have that many friends to talk to, school, college. I feel very lonely. And growing up, I never really had that space where I can talk to my family or teachers. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Come on, Surideep, get a hold of yourself, please. Okay, okay. I want to end the loneliness once and for all. Human beings are social beings, and it always starts with family. If you can't fix your family, you can't fix the world. I want to end loneliness. Layer number 6. Why is this important for me? Oh, why is solving loneliness important for me? You look at some of the greatest problems that the world is going through, social media addiction, all these companies taking over, when you are free from all this, you're sitting on the beach, you are in the mountains, there's no network, you're playing Uno with your family, you are just singing and enjoying. Every single such aspect of life has been commercialized, isn't it? You look at some of the biggest marriages, weddings that happen. You look at all those get togethers and anniversary celebrations. People pay such huge, humongous, their entire savings, their net worth, so that they can get a glimpse of bringing people together and celebrate the one evening. Why not create a movement where every single day is a celebration with family to begin with? Every morning, waking up and giving that hug to our parents. Every evening, sitting down and just relaxing, singing, watching some nice movies, enjoying, eating good food when nobody's worried about anything. Isn't that the ultimate experience of bliss? And I really want to experience bliss. Why is experiencing bliss important for me? Okay. My God, I think this is turning out to be far more difficult than what I thought. But I hope you're able to understand where we are going with this. And I'm not going to stop, okay? I'm not going to give up right now, okay? At this point of me recording this video, I'm also live on different platforms. So I'm not going to give up. Bliss is important because as a small little child, from the point when I recall, I had the freedom of running anywhere I want, asking a lot of questions, being curious about all the amazing thing that's in store in the world, having that freedom, not really thinking too much about wanting to know things. As we grow up, I feel the society, the government, the school, the college, the teachers, the mentors, and all are in a way brainwashing us, making us and forcing us to believe that we are meant to have some form of a hamster wheel. And yet, far across in one corner, there are a group of people, limited group of people who are having a phenomenal life, a beautiful life, doing what they love. I want to live my every single day life doing what I love and have a community around me, friends and family who believe in the same. Where we always have problems. Yes, problems are never ending, but we will at least have each other to hold on to and get to enjoy working towards the problem, solving that problem. That is the real bliss. That is something that I want to experience. Why is experiencing that whole aspect of solving problems with family important for me? Are you able to see what's happening here? So the left side of it is going to have a lot of answers. The right side, you're just asking, why is this important for me? So my last layer will be, I sincerely feel that I'm born for something big. A lot of people have told me that. Not even once did I take the necessary efforts to do something about it, to make videos or share my stuff or just do something, show up to the world, being myself. I want to feel the love, the fame, the the gratitude, the people coming and walking up and telling me, Suryadeep, you've changed my life. I just love the way you are. I love your energy. I love the way you teach. Can I stay connected with you? Can I stay associated with you? Is there any possibility in which I can learn from you? You changed my life. You helped me so much. Because back then I needed help and no one was there for me, not even my own parents. They tried their best, but they were not there. I want to create a place. I want to live in a place where we are always there for each other, where we are able to experience humanity in action. Now, I'm not sure how many layers I did, but I'm just going to take that one level deep. And this is hard. If you observed, by the time fifth layer came in, I was done. Even now, I'm kind of holding my emotions a little proper. It wouldn't. My face looks really ugly when I cry, and at the same time, I'm. I think I'm able to get a hold of my emotions at this point of time. Why is being human important or experiencing humanity important? Because the world is full of good people, and there has to be a movement that sparks the goodness. And we all know that bad stuff spreads, negativity spreads faster. But when people face problems, they look up for hope towards the good. And as an individual, if that community together, all of us, you and I put together, can make this world at least a little better every day through our thoughts, words, and actions, through the way we speak and the way we communicate with the world, there'll be nothing bad left. And it's our job to do it. By the time, if you've done this exercise with me, if you haven't, please rewind and do it with me again. On the left side of the thing of your Excel sheet, you will have all these descriptions written. On the right side of it, you will have the why. And the last answer that you get, that is the reason why you should do everything in your power to master this skill. I hope you've done that. See you in the next one. And that was me doing the second one. I think it was way harder than what I thought. And this was probably not a good idea. You have to let me know in the chat box whether it's making sense or not. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Okay. This one is a little easier. The third one, it's called mission, vision, top 3 values and code of honor. Now, okay, wait. I didn't even start the recording. Let me do this. Okay. By the way, even all these glitches also are getting captured, okay? And I want you to understand that the day you start speaking, all these problems will come, and it's okay. It's absolutely okay. It's just what makes you human. And people watching this will also think that you're human. Okay, let's go. The third aspect of it is mission, vision, values, and code of honor. Let's go through one by one, and I want you to think about it and write it down. Again, you can write it down in the same Excel sheet. You can put it in a separate Word doc. Feel free. Your mission is, what is it that you do every day? It's more like your personal compass, something that you want to do every day and create some form of an outcome. So, for example, I want to help 1 million people master communication skills, speak with clarity in their personal life and professional life, and achieve multiple streams of income. That is something that I'm working towards. And I wouldn't want to do it all alone. I would want all of us to do it together. Now, have I activated multiple streams of income yet? At this point of time, me speaking, there are 3 streams of income. I have a job. I have the life cohort. I also have my Udemy courses, which are going in and selling. And of course, more and more streams will get added over a period of time. Okay. So what is it that you are doing right now, which you would like to create a movement out of it? Okay. So that's your mission. Again, if you have any doubts at all, feel free to use the AI bot that I've given below. You can interact and the AI bot will help you figure that out. Next comes the vision. So you need to have your mission statement ready, okay? Mission statement is, how many people would you like to help? The kind of things that you're going through, what would you like to carry forward into the future? But then something that you would like to do every single day. The vision is the future that you are building. The future meaning, what is a world that you see? So my vision is to see a world where families are having 3 meals a day with each other, and every family is in itself a business empire, multiple streams of income empire, where families are working with each other together as a team of entrepreneurs, everyone bringing in their own skill. Now, when I share this, have I been able to achieve it? Well, to some extent, maybe, because my brother has a job, I have a job. I've started creating content. My brother and I have started creating content. With Yogeshwari, I've started creating content. Uh, with my dad, I'm planning podcast. With my mom, I am going to eventually. So it's already in process. And that's the vision that I uphold. Of course, at the end of the day, I would love for families to play together and celebrate together and really have experience that joy. Again, what's your vision? What is the future that you hold? Again, mind you, don't overthink. Just focus on the version 1, because version 1 is better than version none. Can we agree on that? Okay. So next is the values. This is something very, very important, which holds you together. So what are your top three values, which are your non-negotiables? No one can take this away from you. I'll give you my top three values: authenticity, transparency, congruency, and integrity. These are my values. I never do anything that goes against these values. Every action that I take is always in alignment. There were moments in my life when I took a pay cut because the job and the amount of money I was earning, I didn't feel resonated. I didn't feel worthy of that money. I was expressive to my mentor, to my boss, and he was kind enough to understand as well, so that I can go to sleep peacefully at night. So you've got to write down what is your top three code of honor and core values. Okay, again, core values. Right now, the final thing that you need to write down is a code of honor. Code of honor will be a certain set of rules which you follow and when no one is watching. So for me, the code of honor is I always listen before I speak. I ask before I speak. I understand the other person. I'm always honest, as in the person you see right now in the video is the person who I am. There is zero hypocrisy. It's whoever I am is what I portray, what I share. Now, that has put me in trouble also at times, but I don't really care. I just want to be true to myself. Okay. Another code of honor that I have is always respect and take care of the women in your life. Always. Which means if they are in trouble, you leave everything else and you go and you be there for your woman. It could be your mom, it could be your aunt, it could be your better half, your spouse, your sister, cousin, even a female friend, anyone. Always be there for women. Okay, so these are a couple of my code of honors. Now you need to write down your set of code of honors. Once you get the entire thing done, you would have a list of your mission, vision, your top three values, and your code of honor. This is something that you will have to follow as a rule book. And the fact that you did this exercise with me right now, you will know far more about yourself than you ever have. Do share what did you feel while doing this exercise, and I will see you in the next one. This one was a fairly simple one, and I hope while you're watching this video, you're doing this with me. Okay, let's move to number 4. We'll go a little quick because now it's all about different tests. Okay, so let's go. One of the craziest exercise that I had ever done is by understanding my personality. So there is this link that is given below. It's called as the 16 personalities test. Overall, as per this research, there are a total of different personality types as per the Myers-Briggs. They are a couple of researchers and they came up with these amazing personality traits. So what will happen is once you take this test, it just involves a series of questions. You solve them and you will get a report which will be emailed to you. By the way, I don't have any kind of paid sponsorships or anything with them. It's just something that has helped me. So I'm giving the details to you. The first and foremost thing is for you to download that entire report, and you have to upload that as a part of this exercise so that you can get to know yourself. I can get to know you before we sign up for the cohort. Okay. Do mention your personality type in the chat as well. Once you do that, you'll get to know what's your communication style, what's your natural leadership style. And when you read the report, it's also super important that you get to know yourself. Now, a disclaimer, because I don't have any such sponsorships with them, it's also important to unsubscribe to their emails after you've downloaded the report. It's my responsibility to say that so that they don't disturb you with any emails. Okay. Later, don't tell me that I didn't warn you before. Okay. So make sure that you do that exercise, upload your document here, and I will see you in the next one. All right. We're going to go back to back here. Okay. So let's go to the next one. The way you understand things, the way you process things internally, every single time you communicate either with yourself or to the other person, has a direct correlation to your emotions and feelings. So you need to understand at this point of time, what is the way you regulate your emotions consciously and unconsciously? And that's what this test is all about. It's called the emotional regulation test. It helps you identify how you, at this present moment, are handling your emotions, especially when you are in any kind of a tension, stress, or pressure situation. This is important because as communicators, whether it's we are in our personal life or professional life, there will be difficult moments and difficult scenarios. You being aware right now is going to help you to not just learn about your foundation, and from there we will obviously be growing once we meet in the cohort. You'll also get to know so much about yourself just by going through those questions. So do the test, make sure that you write down your emotional regulation style below, and also upload the entire document there in the option that is given over there below. You can upload your report. We need to know which style you are in even before we meet in the cohort. So do that entire exercise, and I'll see you in the next one. Going pretty quick. All right, the next one. By the way, if you are feeling, Suryadeep, where can I get all these exercises? So what I'll do is I'll just copy the entire stuff and I will put it down below in the comments. You'll be able to find that. So just feel free to do all the exercises. If you want a document of all of this, you can always subscribe to my newsletter. You will get all those details. Okay. And I'll mention that at the end as well. Let's move to the next one, which is understanding our attachment style. Okay. You've been born to parents, you had friends, you had family members, you have colleagues, and there are certain people you love, there are certain people you don't. The people you love, you have a certain form of an attachment towards them. And this upcoming test is just what helps you decode that at a fundamental level. Now, this test is what gave me a lot of surprises. I didn't even know that I have the attachment style which I thought that I have. I got a completely different one altogether. And the report, the detailed report, gave me all the things that I wanted to know. So it's going to help you understand how do you bond with your people, whether you are, again, I don't want to get you into the types. What it will help you is it'll help you understand and the importance of how you influence your communication, the connection, how do you handle conflicts. This is going to take care of that. So yet again, do the exercise, write down which style you are below in the comments, and also upload that report in the link that is given below. You will be able to upload that file. So make sure that you do that. And also go to your email, make sure to unsubscribe. I'm going to keep reminding you for each video. Last couple of videos I didn't. So make sure once you are done, you unsubscribe so that you don't get repeated emails and you don't get your inboxes filled in. Okay. So do that and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. All simple, straight shooter, point shooter. Okay. Now the next one is a favorite. So you'll love that. Let's go. Okay. So we all want to fall in love. But even before we fall in love, probably we have, probably we haven't, probably some of us are married, some of us are not. Uh, Multiple different scenarios, love, marriage, arranged marriage, all of those things. What I have realized after dating 67 women, three serious relationships, and right now manifesting the woman of my dreams, you need to know about your love language first. There is a primary love language, there's a secondary love language. Only when you get to know yourself first, then you need to know your partner. So this is one exercise. There was this crazy book by Dr. Gary Chapman. He wrote a book called The Five Love Languages. And this quiz is for you to understand what is your love language. If you want, do it with your partner as well. You get to know their love language, and you'll also get an overview of what are the love languages all about. Why is this important? Because as you understand the different emotional needs of yourself and your partner, you will soon start developing a deeper bond. And I'm not just talking about romantic, intimate love. There is a lot of love for your colleagues, your seniors, your juniors, your bosses. Love is the emotion that holds two humans together. And for you to go through this test will set that solid foundation for you. As usual, make sure that you go through the test, write down below what is your primary and secondary love language, and also make sure that you share the report, which is given at the link below. I will see you in the next one. So, by the way, all of you who are watching and you're like, oh, where is the link to upload? Well, you have to join the cohort for this. Okay, so I'm just guiding you through and I'm doing this entire thing live so that you get an idea about how I do things. Let's move further. Every single time you speak, you open your mouth in front of a group of people, you separate yourself out from a group of people, whether you do it over text, written format, audio format, video format, in person, online, you are creating a brand. You, as an individual, you are a brand. This is brand Suryadeep. You are your own brand. And if you are learning communication skills, at the end of the day, it's only to elevate that brand, either to kickstart or elevate that brand. In order for you to do that, you need to understand what is the brand archetype. There are different forms of brands, and the upcoming quiz will help you know about your brand personality with respect to the Jungian archetypes. Again, advanced psychology. So you will get to know what form of archetype you are. And as you do so, you will align your personal brand and your communication style, which will become a perfect blend of authentically who you are as an individual. You see, this cohort that we are running, we are not just teaching you techniques and methods. Techniques and methods are very superficial. At the end of the day, whenever you communicate, whether it's on video, on person, and with people, with family, with anyone for that matter, even with yourself, are you being true and authentic with yourself? Are you feeling that sigh of relief that, yes, I'm doing something that I'm able to resonate with myself to begin with? And that's how the biggest brands are made. I want you to start thinking after this exercise that you are a brand and your communication defines it. As usual, do drop your brand archetype in the chat box below, in the comment box. Make sure that you download the report and share that with us, upload it, and also go back and unsubscribe to that particular email that you have received so that they don't keep bothering you with emails. And I will see you in the next one. All right, we are going one by one, pretty good. Okay, let's go to the next one. By the way, I hope you're enjoying the layers of all of these different the personality traits that are there, the exercises. Okay, so wait till I share all those details below. Okay, next, let's go further. Oh, just one moment. I think I every single time you start working on yourself and you portray it out to the world and a couple of people are watching you, you have to understand that there is a response, there's a way in which they're perceiving you. So the next exercise that we have for you right now, it's called as the archetype text test, which is more related to the psychological aspect of it, which means every single time that you speak, communicate, what is your audience perceiving you as? So I'm talking about elements like what is the emotional drivers, what is the leadership energy, what is the communication energy, what are the vibrations that are exchanged, what are the feelings that your audience are experiencing as they're listening to you. This test will help you go through that. It's pretty similar to the previous test itself. It's only that there is a lot of psychological energy involved, and the report of this exercise will help you understand. The previous exercise was about you, this was about your audience. When you are talking, how is your audience feeling? You'll get a pulse of your audience as you do this. Okay. So again, same instructions apply. Make sure that you go through you type your archetype below, you upload your report in the link that is given, and you go back and unsubscribe, and I will see you in the next assessment. See you. Are we ready for the next one? This is a very powerful one. I had watched a movie back in 2018, a 2006 movie called The Secret. I think it's available on YouTube. If you find, you'll be able to check it. This movie introduced me to a completely brand new world, a realm of possibilities, which I always used to feel as a child, but never really thought how to get it. And this movie, this documentary, was the first set of steps that walked me towards it. In that documentary, there was one teacher. Of course, I started following all those teachers and I read their books, went through their programs and courses and whatnot. There's one teacher who inspired me a lot, and his name is Dr. John DeMartini. And he talks about how you are able to function and do every single thing that you do in terms of your values. And he created this very interesting quiz called as the values determination quiz. At this point of me recording this, you have to understand what are the top priorities that you actually live in. How you show up for your job, how you show up for your family, how you show up for events, how you show up every single time you are going to speak with us in the cohort. This exercise will help you understand and demarcate, identify those top values. Now, remember, we did a little bit of this exercise in a couple of videos ago, right? But this will help you go deep. Why does it matter? Because at the end, when your goals, the goals that you want to achieve, the goals that you wrote, right, your mission, vision, values, the goals, when that is aligned with your highest values, you will always go through something called as a natural inspiration. Motivation is external, motivation is fleeting. Inspiration is something that guides you every single day. I feel inspired to show up live. Even though I'm not prepared, I'm always coming up and talking every single day. So it's important that you keep that also in mind. So what you need to do is, again, the link of the same of the test and all is given below. Make sure that you go through the exercise, you download your report. Again, don't go for the paid full report, just download whatever the simple report there is. And also at the same time, make sure to unsubscribe from there, because you don't want them barging you with emails after and after. Upload your initial document, share your top 3 values even in the comments below, upload your report, and in the next exercise, we're going to go to something even deeper. Okay. Are you enjoying this? Yes, I sure am. All right. The next, we just have a couple of more left. Let's go. I look at a couple of my mentors. I got an opportunity to meet. They're some of the biggest souls that I know, the most heartful. They are of 4 different platforms, 4 different walks of life altogether, collaborated together, and they created this world-class leadership program. So I'll even take the names, okay? Devesh Mohan, Ram Ramakrishnan, Ashish Datta, Kirandeep Sandhu. And they've created this community called Leadership Card. I'm a student of Leadership Card. Now, I went and attended their one of their leadership workshops, which was again for senior executive levels and CEOs and all business owners. While attending the session, they introduced us to a very, very interesting game called as the DISC assessment. Now, there are a lot of layers to the DISC assessment, and I don't want to get you bore you with the theory and all. Let's just put it in this way that it helps you understand your behavioral style, the way you behave. And it's important for us to know how you are going to behave when you show up in the cohort. So this exercise that's given, we will also be guiding you and giving you the whole process of adapting your communication style related to the DISC assessment style that you have. So given below is the test link. Go and write, just solve the entire thing. Please note that there are 2 types of DISC assessment. One is a superficial one is a deep one. The deep one is always expensive and it costs huge to do a proper detailed analysis of it. The test link that we have given, there's a series of questions which will give you an overview about your proper assessment style. Do not download the full report. They'll ask you to pay probably. Don't pay anything at all. Just stay. It's the free version is more than enough to get started. Once you do that, drop down your DISC report below, upload your report also to us in the links that is given below. And also at the same time, make sure that you are unsubscribing to their emails. You don't want them to bore you. Okay. So do all these steps. And in the next one, we have something even more powerful. See you. Okay. Now the final one. This is another very interesting exercise as well. I don't even know how to pronounce this name that well. Okay, maybe Yogeshwari, I have to pull her in to pronounce this name. It's called Enneagram, however you want to pronounce it. It's 9 different forms of personality archetypes that tells you about your core fears and your ideal desires. So things that you want to achieve, your goals and outcomes, and the things that are holding you back. This entire exercise will help you decode all of it. So while you go through this exercise, always understand that every single time we take up any decision, right now you joined the cohort, there were certain reasons for which you joined, certain drivers, certain aspects of life for which you either want to move away from pain or you want to move towards pleasure that made you join the cohort. Even when you're watching me right now, you're doing these exercises because you want to achieve something. And maybe an outcome or you move away from any result. This entire exercise goes beyond just those surface level superficial aspects of your personality. It goes into the real motive behind why do you do what is it that you do. It's a little deeper than Ikigai. Ikigai was the very first exercise that we spoke about. This will help you understand even the elements of your emotional triggers and your inner patterns and the aspects of your life where you probably let ego to take over or you fall into some form of trouble, self-inflicted troubles and pains and all those emotions. This exercise breaks that entire thing down for you. So As usual, you know the drill by now. Given below is the link to the exercise. Do it. Share your Enneagram report below. Upload your report. Go to the email and unsubscribe from the report that they've generated. You want to bore them, and I will make sure that I see you in the next one. Okay, now at this point of time, we have come to the end of this video. Lot of these different exercises that I guided through. Now in the cohort, I will continue to add more as and when I am doing any tests and I feel that it is important and relevant. Now, for those of you watching, please do let me know, how did you feel about this style of me doing this entire live, where I was recording for my free warm-up videos for the live cohort, which I know at some point of time you are going to join, and also me giving you a very simple snippet of all these little exercises. What is it all about and why should you do it? So again, the links of all those exercises will be given in the comments below. Now make sure that you check that out. Go back, do this exercise with me if you want to. You can definitely share your reports with me if you want in the comments, but I don't know how much useful that is going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be useful, super useful for you. If you've done all the tests, please feel free to write to me. How did you feel? What was your experience? What are the things that you got? And of course, I think in the next day onwards, you will get to we'll go deeper into some other aspect of communication. But then again, today I wanted to make sure that I highlight the importance of knowing about your personality even before you get started with anything related to communication. Hope you found this useful. If yes, please do make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, comment, tag the video to someone whom you know. You can tag someone in the comments also. It's going to be super helpful. Mind you, I'm literally doing this from scratch. And I want to put it this way. I don't want to share any links with anyone. None of these lives, I'm sharing any link with anyone. I just want the right people, this video to reach the right people. Because at the end, I know the kind of efforts we are putting in right now through this, Yogeshwari and I, both of us, we are going to grow big. That's inevitable. The heart and the energy, I'm sure you're able to feel that as well. With that, this is Dr. Srideep. I love you so much. See you tomorrow. Have a phenomenal month of November.